Everybody, it's Madmaxed. We're going to talk about Arbiter today. Since everybody is starting to get Arbiter because they took out the requirements to have certain levels, grade halls, and all that, a lot of people are getting Arbiter, or getting close to getting Arbiter. So I want to go over how to use her, how to build her, and all that. As you look, I've got 65,000 hit points. My attacks, 1,800. Your defense is 25. Your speed is 200, is 319. I mean, the speed, it's hard to get your speed up above 315 or so, but I've got stuff that's even faster than this. I took it off because a little bit of it off because you don't really need this much speed because arena's a lot easier these days. If arena gets back the way it used to be, then I'll probably put even faster gear on her than that because whoever goes first in arena, as you know, usually wins. Her crit rate is 88%, but you're not really worried about the crit rate. The crit damage is 108%, and her accuracy is 203. Now, you do want her accuracy up, and the reason you want the accuracy up is because when you look at this one skill, it will decrease the cooldown turn of an enemy buff by 1 turn. That works really good for anybody that's got buffs up, clan boss even. Uh, the rest of it, she really doesn't have much of anything as far as a debuff. I mean, she has the weaken. The weaken is nice. I mean, she hits twice. Each hit has a 30%, 50 when it's fully booked out. And so she basically can keep weaken up all the time. Weaken is just about as good as drop defense. I mean, it's a really good trait to have on something. And if you're using her in combination with Ninja, Ninja has the decreased defense. So you get both of them up. And he has a 60% chance for 2 turns. So, if he's swapping out turns and you've got the weaken and the decreased defense both at the same time. So, and these are the two of the traits that are really nice because it's 100% on. It's 100% on Bayan. It's really good for clan boss, and but her weaken works really well if you get it done. All right, for her masteries, and I realize she is an attack and an offensive person, but I did not go down the offensive tree. The reason was because I wanted more defense, and I also wanted more hit points, and I went down basically these traits where I got max 3,000 more hit points. I wanted her as tanky as possible. That's just what I wanted her. The base, I always like Lord of Steel on about anything because 15% extra stats to your armor is really good. And increase speed by 8 for each dead allied. So if she's the last one up, she's going to get in. She's already fast. She's going to get extremely fast. And so I can't tell you the number of times that she's the last person standing in Doom Tower. And bring everybody back. And then one of her, if you look at her skills, when she revives everybody with a revives all dead allies by 35% of the hit points and fills the turn meter of the allies by 20%. So yeah, they're not ready to attack again like Cardinal does, but they're close. Well, once you revive somebody, it gives her an extra turn. And usually with the extra turn, usually you'll have Mentor's Hero up. And what that does is it places a 50% increased attack buff on everybody for 2 turns. Then it fills the turn meter by another 30%. So you've got the 30% plus the 50%. So they're already halfway to the turn meter by the time she throws both of these. She heals the allies by 25% of their max HP. If they have less than 50%, well, they have less than 50%, they don't have 35. So it actually gives you a hero back with 60% of their HP, over half of their turn meters back up, and they're almost ready to go again, and especially if you make them extremely fast. And that's what you want to, all your tunes, they need to be really fast anyway. But this is what you use her for. And even when nobody's down, the increased turn meter, where you're increasing the turn meter by 30%, you're increasing the attack by 50%, and and if anybody's low on hit points, like if you're in clan boss, well, she's going to boost that up by 25. And that helps a lot. I mean, it's a nice little heal. It's a nice turn meter boost, and also some increased damage. All right, so let's see. If you notice, I've got every bit of the speed gear on because I want her as fast as possible. And if you'll look, I've got an HP ring. I've got a crit damage banner, but it's got defense, attack. It's got more hit points in it, and it was legendary. It gives you a lot of extra hit points. And of course, it's the accuracy banner. You need the accuracy. And in the speed, it's got two stacks. It's got two rows of speed in it. Got more HP, more defense. And then the last one's another HP, but it didn't get a roll into it. So, you're trying to build her. I mean, everything that you look, it's like when you look at the gear that she's got on, I've got increased crit rate, but I've got HP. I've got an HP 6-star chest piece. And then I've got, of course, speed boost. And, but everything has got defense, HP, and more defense, more HP. I mean, that's what you're looking for. You want her, and speed. You want her as fast and as tanky as possible, because she keeps everybody else alive, or she revives everybody. She's a great tune to have in. Like when you go in to, I mean, I use her just about everywhere. So I'm going to go into Doom Tower, but I'm not going to go into the hard, but I'm going to the normal because it'd be faster. And I'll just do an easy one, just go through a quick little run. And if I use her, then what she's going to do, she just speeds everybody up and she increases everybody's attack. And so I can just sit down and auto this. It's not a big deal. And see, with that 50% extra attack, he probably would not have killed everybody with that one shot. But because that was his weakest hit. Now, of course, when you look, she throws the speed and he pulled it off, but that's how fast it goes. But let's go to one that's a little bit more difficult so you can actually see what she does. No, wait a minute. Don't have her in this one. Ninja's really, she helps Ninja out a lot. And, when you go to clan boss with her, that 50% extra attack really helps. Plus the turn meter boost, and then Ninja's already got relentless gear on. So the relentless gear, it gets 2, 3, sometimes 4 extra turns off of, going through and doing this. And then she will sit down and you notice she doesn't do a lot of damage, but because of the way she's built, I mean, she can do a lot more damage than this. But the thing is, I'm not building her for damage. I'm building her to keep everybody alive. Now she should come up with her. She was feared, and that's how quick it goes. And she's really good almost any situation. I mean, I use her in almost every dungeon that I've got. When you go in and you look, I don't use her in Spider, not need it, but like Ice Golem, I even have her in my Ice Golem team. And you watch what she does with Ice Golem. Well, the first thing she does, of course, she speeds everybody up. And the speed on anything helps. I mean, and when I go into like arena and I use her in arena, she's going to go first. Then and she increases that turn meter. Then after that, I've got Armstrong, which increases the turn meter again and decreases everybody else's, drops the defense. And usually then Jimbo can one-shot everybody. But it's all because she goes first, increasing those turn meters. And increasing those turn meters help a lot. It's the same way with Biggins here. Biggins decreases that turn meter, and he's not fully booked out yet. He's close. Probably get him the next CVC, but that cooldown on that, where he drops that turn meter down by, I think it's like 30% of each hit, so 60%. That's huge. That's incredible. Increasing and decreasing turn meters is really nice. See, she just did it there. You see the turn meter went to nothing. And then she's always boosting everybody. I mean, that's just what she does. I mean, you literally can, I didn't set this up, but you can literally turn off her on this run. I could easily turn off her revive because you're not going to need it ever, because nobody ever goes down in this. It's just a nice, easy walk through for a dungeon. It takes about like maybe 2.5, 3 minutes run, 20 with her. But you notice everybody stays up. And she's so fast, a lot of times she'll cycle through that, like right there. She cycled through before everybody got to spend all their increased attacks up. And she'll cycle through that and keeps everybody's attack full up. Of course, there's not but 2 attack guys here. There's only Ninja and there's only Biggins. But both of them do a lot of damage. And with that 50% extra attack, that's a big difference, the amount of damage that they do. Let's see the decreased attack from Biggins. And like I said, anything that does turn meter manipulation in this game is absolutely wonderful. Makes it way easier. And her job is not to kill stuff. Her job is to keep boosting everybody else's attack up where they kill, keep everybody revived, and keep everybody going really fast. And we're at 3 minutes and we're almost done. Probably the next time he takes a turn, I'll close. And this is probably not my fastest team, but I'm not trying to do it for speed anyway. All right, so that's how Arbiter works. If you go into, let's go into arena with her because that's where everybody uses her. I even use her on the Clan Boss team. I don't think there's anything. Find an easy thing. All right, so this is easy, obviously, because Arbiter is going to go first. And the first thing she's going to do is boost everybody's turn meter up. Armstrong is going to decrease everybody's turn meter. He's going to drop defense, and he's going to get shot 4 times by Samuel because any kind of debuff you place on anybody, he shoots that many times. So if you put 3 debuffs up, he's going to shoot that character 12 times. See, and Jimbo he probably didn't crit that one. So that's how easy it is with those. And it's just because of the speed of Arbiter. Arbiter has a really high speed to begin with. She runs through, she speeds everybody up, she's a great tune to have. Uh, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, do some comments. If you want to see anything or you want to know anything about her, just let me know and I'll try to get it on. But like I said, she's as tanky and as fast as I can get her. And those are basically, and if you look, those are basically the master tree that I use. And I mean, she's tanky. I mean, she's as tanky as I can get her with the, just about get her with the masteries. She's about as tanky as I can get her with the gear and the speed. And I can make her even a little bit more tankier. I can pull the crit rate glove out. I can put a defense glove on. But and I could probably put a defensive amulet on, make her a little bit more tankier. But you don't want to get her so much that when she's in the clan boss, you don't want her to be the stun target. And that's the reason and the stun target in clan boss is the one that has the most defense. So, 2,500 isn't bad defense. It's not great. But, it works. And I mean, she'll usually be the one that goes down the first a lot of times in clan boss on Ultra, just simply because the fact that she'll outrun the allied protects, where everybody else will have it up, she won't. So she's going to outrun it because she's so much faster than everybody else. But I've got a little bit too much speed on her for clan boss, but that's okay because I don't only use her in clan boss, I use her in everywhere else too. She's a great tune to have, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.